They're group stalking. She's going to federal prison. Then she's going to be deported. They're monitoring. There's a commercial actor. The entity is amplifying the sound of a helicopter inside of my office, which is impossible. And that's also how you know that this is a demon. All right. They're stalking in the path with light using that vehicle. Those are the demons that were pacing around with multiple shadows last night while LAPD was again group stalking in a helicopter. Okay, your shadows do not move around you when you're walking in the dark under what are street lamps, and they're monitoring together. Next is a commercial means that's a demon that's stalking in the path right here. That's entirely demonic. They're going to federal prison, and then they're also going to be deported out of this country. This is terrorism that they're engaging in with the state. Flying in a helicopter, group stalking. P.O.C. That's amplification. That's demonic. This behavior, the demons engaging together, stalking in the path with light, that's demonic. They know exactly what I'm doing inside of my office. They're engaged in the elements of monitoring, which is group stalking. These are monitoring spirits operating over a government that's engaged in a pattern of stalking using helicopters. The amplification, the sound of that helicopter at that distance is demonic. That's how you can see amplification, and that's how you know what he's doing. 8 NUS 341, Kim, he's going to federal prison. And he acts with impunity, representing the entire entity. License YP91921, they're engaged in surveillance for crossing a path in the parking lot. They're all going to federal prison at Alvarado Gardens. P.O.C. And this is moving a third-party group stalker who's still going to federal prison wherever they move. All right, this is a commercial means of presence. This is a commercial stalking. This is, again, I want to make sure you see the company name. Hello.
Hi.
How can I help you?
Well, I'm probably my daughter.
Oh, okay. Is it Alexis?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. She's done with the medical field as well. This is P.O.C. They're group stalking with LAPD. So I want to make sure I get this business. This is relevant position. You see the exact same criminal system underway. This is the same exact environment, the same exact elements of monitoring remaining. That's a demon maintaining presence. They've got their hazard lights on, federal prison, crossing path with a method of light activity, waiting for me to start walking for engaging in that conduct. They're again, like I said, I can't reiterate it enough. They're going to federal prison, and then they're going to be deported. It is JEBKJC6. She's group stalking. She's going to federal prison. 6ZID690, P.O.C., group stalker. And this license plate 7JZL075. This is light activity, relevant positioning. This is providing what is facilitating the environment. Demons stalk in the path, group stalking with the method of light activity, which again, the people of the state in California, you can routinely engage in that very easily by using vehicles. Remember, this is an engineered environment. It's not the natural environment. The sun is not rising and setting at one address, nor does walking around at nighttime create what is shadows that are moving around your person. All right, so it's significant with regard to what they are doing and where they're doing it, and they're doing it in concert with an entity that's heavily stalking in helicopters. This is the same concerted conduct that you saw Universal Waste engaging in today, and they're going to federal prison. This is P.O.C. Oh yeah, she's going to federal prison. She can claim it all she wants. This license plate, California DMV, is a group stalker. She can say whatever she wants.
It's my friend's car. She came to drop it off.
Oh, okay. Did you get my email?
Huh?
Did you get my email?
No.
About the rent? I didn't get it yet.
Oh yeah. I have it right now. I was gonna give it to you because I have a few payments coming in. So
yeah, no problem. Oh, I was just gonna let you know that
processing it today for sure.
Yeah, it needs to be due.
You process it a little later. No, I have it right now in an envelope.
I process it later.
Last time it came a little later, so then like both of my payments came and then it just overdrafted. So.
Oh, that must be accounting because I scan the money when I get it. But I will say this. I don't take partial payments. So you guys gave me, I got 2 of the checks, but I don't like put them in. So if I don't have everyone's rent, it's still considered
I literally
late.
came to I'm going to park it outside.
Okay, no problem.
Car, yeah.
So I was going to say, it's not your car then? Because I was going to say, I didn't give you a decal for it.
Yeah, it's under her name. So she's letting me borrow her car because I'm going under insurance. I'm waiting for my not settlement, but just like the money back. They're taking a long time. Right
Oh, that's fine. You don't have to tell me all your business or anything like that. But if you have a car that you want to park in the property, let me know.
Do I need her registration though? Because she's just letting me borrow her car.
If you're going to park it on the property, it has to be authorized. So I would need the.
I park it outside, so just have to bring.
Oh, if you park it outside, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've been parking it outside.
You're good. You're good.
We have to get.
But this is illegal parking right here in the fire lane. But if you're just loading and unloading.
I'm loading and unloading. Yeah,
okay, it's fine. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Let me get that check real quick.
Okay. Alrighty, I'll see you later. Have a good one.
I just had to use the bathroom.
Yeah, no worries.
Do I put it in that little?
You can put it in the drop box.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, and that is P.O.C. That's the elements of monitoring, and this is the entity engaging in, oh yeah, she's going to federal prison and doing so with minor children. That's the grounds of losing, including them having them present. This is the demon that's maintaining presence, wanting to look like, oh, I'm loading, I'm moving somebody, a demon that's in stride with me, okay? And engaged in federal stalking altogether. And you know that they're demons because of the ongoing demonic features. Amplification of helicopter activity. They all want to outwardly conduct themselves as they're doing something else. They're stalking together, they're targeting together, and this is what the demon possessed are doing. And you're also looking at them, not only is that amplification, it's the ongoing heavily documented pattern. The entity is always following, remaining in a helicopter. And then you have what is the light activity. And then the fact that this is the environment where you're seeing light activity appearing on my ceiling. That's not separate from somebody that's living at that property. Rita Vega, everybody living in that household is going to federal prison. Next, I'm going to prosecute them civilly and criminally. And these employees are going to federal prison. Alexis Gutierrez, she's going to federal prison, and she's done with the medical field. Her and Bennett Gossiker. Okay, violent sex offenders engaging in monitoring with Universal Waste. Like I said, this whole property was monitoring while that entity engaged in group stalking. LAPD flew right here while Universal Waste was stalking in a parking lot, engaging in what is demonic, not emptying garbage, engaging in what is amplification, just like it is with a helicopter, amplifying the sound of what is a helicopter that's at a great distance, which you should not hear inside of the office. Okay, that's P.O.C. Everybody, like I said, everybody at this property is engaged in state surveillance on an ongoing basis. And next is a commercial means of engaging in the state's criminal pattern of conduct. Those two that I just talked to over here with the vehicle, their license plate, every license plate that I just read is going to federal prison. All right, they're group stalking with the state, doing so, and not any state actor, with corrupt law enforcement agencies. You want to engage in terrorism, you want to exhibit that level of impunity because the entity is also aware that they're being documented. You want to continuously engage in it in the face of evidence against the government. You will not, in the shoes of the government, engage in that act of terrorism with knowledge of the fact that it's being documented. That's a whole other level of a threat. That's a stalker stating, oh, I know that you're enforcing your rights because I'm stalking you as the government and I have no basis to, but I'm going to continue to do that. That's an intolerable threat. And that's a psychopath. These are the animals. And that animal was carrying a minor child who she's engaging in the elements of monitoring in real time. That whole conversation was audible activity, relevant positioning, light activity, maintaining the hazard lights as a method of stalking in the path with light. You can just leave your vehicle there and it's serving for monitoring, while the entity is amplifying the sound of a helicopter inside of my office, which would never create any sensational activity and it would not create any audible activity. That's how you recognize demons are targeting. And they're acting in concert. That's P.O.C. Again, I want to make sure that you recognize UKIM, very heavily documented group stalking, and the entity is doing so on a systematic basis. So I usually capture still images. I'm going to go ahead and show their information right now in this video. UKIM of 1808 number 2. These are demons that don't speak English. I'm letting you know what is legally irrelevant, what is the absence of any constitutional argument or defense, the language you speak. You're dealing with the demonic. You don't have to speak the same language. They can speak Farsi. It's audible activity. And I want to let you know that the demon possessed, and I'm just using Farsi as an example because it doesn't matter what language you speak. This is a superficial means. The people of the state that are demon possessed, okay, that's the condition that you cannot see with your eyes, but you are able to realize it upon the environment, and you're aware of the significance of their activity, everything that's going on in that environment. And the entity is acting as one. So where you have amplification, you have all other elements of monitoring. The demonic feature of amplification is telling on everyone else. All these demons are acting in concert, okay? And you're doing so as a commercial means. Next is going to be prosecuted for engaging in what is state terrorism. And UKIM, him and his wife, stalking in the path using their vehicle as a means of light activity while the entity targets me with amplified helicopter activity. Those are demons that are acting in concert with the demons that are surrounding me on the property. These demons act as one, in concert, in sync. These are monitoring spirits operating over a people together. And this is occurring in the workplace. So like I said, speaker companies, Todd Speaker is going to be civilly and criminally prosecuted. Another company that is not going to survive civil prosecution. Because you cannot in any way even measure the damages that you are subject to for purposes of even just trying to approach the harms that you are suffering, tangible and intangible, with regard to a government monitoring you in the workplace. Again, that is at a level never before contemplated under federal law. Workplace harassment, workplace, which has never been, by the way, never been contemplated workplace terrorism. The government that's monitoring you is monitoring you through the people of the state, whatever the name of your employer is. It's a third party, and everybody working there, everybody coming onto the grounds is group stalking you. All right, workplace terrorism is that which shall be recognized under federal law. It's a whole other level, a never before contemplated level, like I stated, of hostility in the workplace. The government itself is group stalking you, terrorizing you in the workplace. That's exactly what I just documented again. In every license plate that you just saw, every person you saw, they're going to federal prison. Okay, it is currently 9:53 a.m. This is the entity engaged in group stalking. Helen and Yu Kim of 1808 North Alvarado Street. They're going to federal prison, and then they're going to be deported out of this country. They are not natural-born citizens. They've been granted citizenship, and engaging in state terrorism with the entity that is the state is the grounds of revocation. You are not permanent. You will not remain, and the country, America, will learn. The world will learn. If you come to this country and you think that you're a permanent citizen, no, you are not. Not upon it being prosecuted as a terrorist. You're going right back to where you came from. And it is necessary as a matter of justice, and that's exactly what's going to happen. But you're going to serve time in federal prison first. You're going to pay the consequences, and then you're out of here permanently. It is currently, again, 9:54 a.m. This is in the workplace. This is P.O.C. Yu Kim is not the only one engaging in the P.O.C. Rita Vega comes out using their vehicle as the ignition was running, as I was pointing at that. Rita Vega driving the Kia Telluride. They're using that vehicle as a means of audible activity and light activity. They're group stalking in their apartment, remote control of their vehicle, light, the same exact ability to create the elements of monitoring. They come out, load into their vehicle. It's the elements of monitoring that are underway, and the LAPD is maintaining the elements of monitoring via the people, relying on the people. The people are demon possessed. They act as one. And Rita Vega, 1806. Is engaged in the pattern of conduct, so I want to go ahead and document her in this video. I usually capture still images. I'm going to go ahead and just include it in this video altogether. This is the significance, and you're showing, all I'm doing is I'm showing you that indeed the entire property is engaged in 24-hour surveillance. Everybody in this household is going to federal prison. Rita Vega also has an unauthorized resident, not a resident, an unauthorized occupant. This is a female with a short haircut, overweight, Latina. This is what she appears to be. She's captured on video and images many times, acting in concert with the state, under the light source, all of the above. She's going to federal prison as well. But these are those that are listed as within the household. Rita Vega and her 2 adult sons are going to federal prison. Okay, everybody in that household, though, is going to federal prison. It is also documenting next, that's a commercial actor engaging in what is criminal presence, facilitation. That was Alexis Gutierrez of 1812, number 6. Her father is going to federal prison. All right, he's group stalking with Next. Next is the commercial actor. He's group stalking with LAPD, who's targeting with the audible activity, and crossing path, coming and knocking on my door while they're listening to me document their criminal conduct is within the P.O.C. in the workplace as well. I want to make sure that you can see this. Alexis Gutierrez, her father's going to federal prison as well. She's done with the medical profession, her and Bennett Gusker. These are demons. They are exhibiting an unlawful and intolerable, an alarming and disconcerting level of malice, engaging in the state's criminal system of terrorism, because that's what group stalking is. It's state terrorism. A government is keeping you under surveillance, threatening your life, and doing so, pursuing you in helicopters, doing so in demonic methods, living at the crime scene. You are facilitating that, and they are documented engaging in that by virtue of living at the facilitating venue. That's on an ongoing basis, well within the documented pattern of conduct that the role that the people of the state play. Can I help you with something? She's going to federal prison. This is a psychopath. Anyway, I want to make sure that I'm getting these names. Did you want to come in? Oh, okay. Or you can pay the rent. This is all activity creation.
Sorry, my hands are full.
Uh-huh.
My bad. So if I do, because we need to put the update everything, if I do need to get a
Parking decal.
What do I need to bring for you?
I would need the registration
What?
so that I can.
Yeah, we have that.
Oh, okay. I need the registration, and then I can find out what I have available. So let me know when you want to do that.
Okay.
But for right now, that's not my concern. If you're parking out the property, I don't care.
Oh, okay then.
But I didn't recognize that car that's parked in the fire lane right now, so that's why I was
Yeah, I was just
documenting it.
loading, and that's why.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just did it.
Thank you for letting me know. I'm just letting you know what I do. If I know the cars that are on the property,
Yeah.
so I'm like,
That's the first time that I like.
yeah, you're good. All right,
Thank you.
have a good one. It is again 9:57 a.m. This is the entity that's monitoring. That whole conversation is audible activity and relevant positioning, and LAPD is monitoring through that conversation. Remember, you were looking at elements. The elements are always present. They're also engaged in federal stalking on the venue of the internet, and this is relevant to the sex offense that the entity engages in with real-time knowledge of what you're doing, where you're at, and your state while you're in that. So a sex offender will seek to also, with knowledge of the fact that you know what they're engaging in, will wait until you're physically nude and then send a text message to your phone in order to sexually offend you, because they are knowledgeable of the fact that they are cognizant of the fact that you know that they're monitoring you. That's the sex offense that's occurring in the workplace because Maria Solis Alvarez opted to send a text message outside of business hours for purposes of communicating a sexually violent threat about a third-party group stalker, Mion Clemens, who's going to federal prison, paying her rent to her, which is nothing other than the P.O.C., and they're using the business of speaker companies as the malicious guise under which the same exact criminal activity is underway. So I want to make sure that you recognize that's the significance of the screenshots. That's still workplace terrorism, harassment, and sexual violence in concert with the entity that's stalking in helicopters. And while you want to use a company business as an employee, a heavily documented group stalking employee is sending a text message in the specific environment, maintaining that same exact criminal activity. That's who sent a text message, again, under the guise of speaker companies. All of the employees of speaker companies are going to federal prison. They're engaging in what is a sex offense in the workplace at a level that speaker companies will not be able to compensate me for, but I will drain the pockets because that's what justice requires. And it is also speaking to what is necessary as a matter of justice, sending a message, okay, because it is not welcome and it will not be tolerated in this country. It is currently 9:59 a.m. This is P.O.C.